Friends, Hariprasad is back with another lecture on soft skills. Today's lecture is peak performance. How you have to give peak performance in your job or in your business. Okay? To do any job, you should have knack of it. The knackery we should have to do any job. Okay. For example, there is one Adityanath Das, the present Chief Secretary, Andhra Pradesh. He has the knackery to do any job. He has the creativity to do any job. He can perform. He can be called as performer. He is a performer. All of you should become performers. Not just IAS, IPS officers. All of you should become performers. Okay? If you hear, you forget. If you see, you remember. If you do, you understand. You are entrenched. Entrenched means ingrained. You are entrenched in patterns of thinking, feeling, and doing that can keep you from learning further. When you want to do something, put yourself in a situation where you have to perform. Here I give one example. One Srinu, my office boy. What he wants to do, the job, he puts his mind into the job and does it. Butchereddy sir likes him. I like him. He is from Guntur area, Srinagar, second line. So he is so careful, you see, in doing his job. That means what is required? Concentration. You need to ingrain your mind into the work you are doing, which Srinu is doing. Though he is an office boy, he is performing his job very well. So, it is not the position, it is the mind that you have to put into your work so that your work will be fruitful. Okay? Now coming to the point, when you want to do something, put yourself in a situation where you have to perform. Learning is a fun. Look for the exciting and interesting aspects of what you want to learn. Encourage yourself to adapt. You need to adapt to things. You have to encourage yourself to adapt to things. For example, there is my friend called Gamanam. Gamanam always adapts to new things and he learns things quickly. You need to adapt. Encourage yourself. No one will encourage. You have to encourage yourself to adapt to new things. When you encounter a new situation, be flexible. Keep your mind open and ready to learn. Although there are milestones in learning the process, remember that there is no end to learning. There is no end to learning. Socrates, before his death also, he was trying to learn. No, I am old, I am 60, I am 70, I am 80. What will I learn now? Don't feel that. You are not 80-year-old, you are 80-year young. You are not 90-year-old, you are 90-year young. That is why learning is a continuous process in life. The reward in learning is the ability to learn more. The end is means and the means is the end. These are the success mantras of peak performance. Okay? You learn to swim by actually putting yourself into the water. For that, first you test the water with your big toe, then getting the bottom of your foot wet, then your ankle, your other foot, your knees, your thighs, stomach, chest, shoulders, neck, and finally your head. Once in water, you try to swim. To start, you need a technique. You can start by watching someone who already knows swimming and then mimic that person. You can plunge into the water and paddle. Paddle means oar. You need to go like this. Move through water with the paddle. Paddling is that is. You soon realize you need to kick your legs. You figure out when to breathe by discovering when not to breathe. You push yourself forward by pulling the water beneath. Sooner or later, amidst all the splashing, you get the knack. Your arms move as your legs. Your breathing becomes properly paced. You slice through the water in one fluid motion. To swim better, you practice. You observe people and ask tips and suggestions from the experienced people and coach. Gradually, you try out new strokes and continue to practice. With patience, you learn. Okay. The basic approach to learning new things is also the same, that is trial and error. Learning is a process of creating new habits. Each time you grasp a new skill, you establish a pattern of correction between your nerve cells. When you learn, you literally program your brain. Complex stages of singing, writing, dancing are built successive layers of habits. For anything, you need mental readiness. Children, when playing building blocks, they put small blocks on top of large blocks. They put large blocks on top of small blocks. They stack them together by color, by size, by shape. In this playing process, they learn how the pieces to put together and improve their building skills. If you want to learn, you should be in the mood of learning. Take to learn better. Take some time to prepare your mind. Focus on the interesting aspects of subject. Spark your imagination with questions. You can use the following ways to help ready your mind. Number 1, when you need to study a subject from a textbook, take 5 minutes to prepare your mental muscles to get your mental juices flowing. Number 2, when studying from textbook, give yourself specific objectives to how much you want to learn. Quickly skim. Skim means fast reading, quick reading. Quickly skim the material, get an overview of the major concepts and decide how many pages you want to study. You need good pace in between reading. Focus on the concepts and meanings rather than on getting through the pages. After you have finished, review the material. Number 3, discover what you don't know about a subject. Number 4, if you become baffled or confused when studying a subject, take some time to establish anchor points. Anchor points are main points. Number 5, be ready to learn. You will never know when the universe has a lesson for you. There are some mental blocks that obstruct learning. They may be laziness, lack of money, fear, lack of direction, and nothing left to learn. These blocks keep you away from learning. You have to overcome these mental blocks. Mistakes are opportunities for learning. My friend Shankar Rao from Vijayawada, K. Shankar Rao. So he always says mistakes are opportunities for learning. He is a soft skills trainer. He trains thousands of people, already trained. He is a septuagenarian. Still, he is strong in brain and body. Okay. So, such people, they go to heights in life. He has already gone. He has already reached the zenith position in life, in training. Mistakes are opportunities for learning. Learners are essential for the learning process. You cannot make progress without making mistakes. When you make a big mistake, you learn good subject. For learning mathematics, you have to practice doing the problems. You keep getting wrong. Keep a track of mistakes you make and use them as a guide for improving. Use these mental blocks as incentives to progress, as Jai Simha is doing. Jai Simha is another trainer from Hyderabad. He is a professional trainer. He is doing that. You have to improve your mental proteins, mental carbohydrates for peak performance. Just as your body needs food to function, your mind needs perceptions, impressions, feelings, thoughts, and ideas to keep strong. Each day, your mind is subjected to thousands of stimuli. Stimuli means spurs. Stimulus singular. Stimuli plural. Stimulus means spur. TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, movies, advertisements, conversations, junk mail, and countless other stimuli bombard your senses and affect your mind. Life is like spectacular restaurant in which the waiters are constantly bringing wonderful exotic foods. A balanced mental diet will provide nourishment to your brain. Encourage your mind to sample different foods. Learning is like traveling. You have to learn about earning. You attempt to travel from one place to another. When more time on the road, your sense of direction improves. You learn to recognize shortcuts as well as dangerous places. You begin to understand new languages and to use foreign currencies. There is no final end to learning. As I already told you, the more we know, the more we realize what we don't know. When you understand that learning is endless, you become inspired to open your senses and sharpen your mind. You continue with your renewed energy to explore the endless landscape of learning. The destination is journey. I have used a word here, exotic. Exotic means foreign origin, not native. Some practicals now. I am giving some practicals now which will help for our mental fitness. Number 1, how did you learn to drive a car? Number 2, how did you learn to be more aware? Number 3, why is the sky blue? Number 4, why does the moon seem larger at the horizon? Horizon means skyline, the line at which Earth's surface and the sky appear to meet. That's called horizon. Number 5. How do microwave ovens cook meat? Number 6. Why do stars twinkle? Number 7. What can you learn from the story I am going to narrate now? I am narrating a story now. A lady was waiting on the road in front of All India Radio, Vijayawada. One my assistant, Rama Mohan, who is acting news editor in the newsroom, he was sent to pick up her. He could not recognize her because her name sounds like that of a man. Finally, I myself went to her to the road and invited her to the newsroom. As a custom, I served her tea. I poured tea into her cup to the brim and then kept pouring. That Muslim lady, her name is Mastan B, looked with astonishment as the tea overflowed, and finally she said, "Sir, the cup is full. No more will go in." Then I stopped pouring and looked at the 30-year-old lady, Mastan B, and smiled. I said like this, "Like this cup, you are full of your own ideas, functions, and speculations. How can I teach you news reading style until you empty your cup?" I told her. So, from this story, what you learn, you have to tell yourself or call me at 901 06 42 899 and tell me. Practical 8. List 3 questions that everyone should answer if they wanted to consider themselves as wise human beings. Practical 9. Look around the room where you are in and let your attention wander from one object to another. Have a don't know mind. After a few moments, when your eyes settle on an object, ask yourself, "What is this?" Then respond by saying, "Don't know." For example, if you come to rest on a tube light, ask yourself, "What is this?" Instead of saying, "This is a tube light," say, "Don't know mind is an open mind." It encourages you to see beyond labels that filter your perception. You see and become aware of what you don't know. Your perceptions fresh up. Practical 10. Take a few complete moments to relax yourself and collect your attention. Visualize a large bulb with bright steady flame shining several feet in front of you. Imagine that the flame is intensely alive. Imagine that it possesses awareness. Concentrate on the light of this awareness. As you gaze on the flame, imagine that the light is shining through you, soothing you, comforting you, becoming warmly aware of all of you. Imagine that this awareness knows that all that there is to know. What would you feel like to be in the presence of an omnipresent light? Okay, so I have explained so many things in this lecture, in this episode. Okay, you understand them, imbibe them, keep them in mind, and become great personality in life. Okay? Before closing the lecture, I will give you 3 rules for success. 1. Trust your brain. 2. Trust yourself. 3. Trust Konaparetti Hariprasad. You become winner in life. Thank you. Carpe diem.